welcome to the Family and Life Conference 2022. This series of unconditionally pro-life videos on demand is brought to you by Live Life in partnership with Live Christ, Share Christ Mission. Hello, I am Maricel Gatchalian Badilla, an educator, tourism and communication consultant, author, and entrepreneur. My husband and I have been married for 24 years, set to celebrate our silver anniversary in January, and the Lord has truly blessed us with a meaningful married life with its ups and downs all throughout these years. In our marriage, we come to embody the same self-giving love manifested by Christ to the church. It is no longer only my needs that matter, but my husband's as well. On our third year of marriage, the longing to have a child has become so great, but we got busy with work and service that time just flew by. As we got older, we started to actively find ways to biologically bear a child. However, despite medical interventions, God did not bless us with a child from the womb. The desire to share our love as husband and wife with a son or daughter continued to burn in our heart. When the right time came and there was an offer of a little boy who needed a family, in a matter of days, things fell into place and we received him in our home. He was born from our heart and not from the womb. When we opened ourselves to the gift of adoption, our son became a sign of God's loving gift of grace. We did not only receive God's grace, but with him came a pot of gold. Adoption has drawn us back more deeply into the wondrous design of Christ's love, and it taught us how to love radically as a Catholic family. However, society today has a different concept when it comes to adoption, and I have seen firsthand how people think it's a lesser type of parenthood than biological parenting. Here are some of the most common wrong notions that society is telling us about adoption today. First, adoption is an irresponsible solution to an unplanned pregnancy. Adoption requires a strong and responsible parent. Both birth parents should not feel guilty of considering adoption or thinking of parenting as a deserved punishment for their unplanned pregnancy. Making the choice for their child to be raised in an environment that can provide the things they are not able to at that time is very brave and responsible. It is more irresponsible for parents who choose abortion than adoption. Second misconception is that nobody can love a child as much as a biological parent. While it is true that a biological parent holds tremendous love for their child, it is not a matter of biology. It is not inherited. An adoptive couple's love for a child is the result of a strong desire to share their love with someone other than themselves. As an adoptive parent, I realize what a blessing it is to have a child in our lives. Our children can learn the concept of family, and it does not rely solely on biology. A love that transcends artificial boundaries frequently put in by humans. Whether adoptive or biological, a child has the same birthright to their parents. There should be no differentiation between the two. Third misconception is that adoption is more traumatic than abortion. Women think it is better to abort a child in their womb than to have them put up for adoption. Adoption, when understood correctly, is initially painful, but it is then followed by a lifetime of satisfaction for having created a plan for a wonderful life for their child. With an abortion, the pain of deep regret may continue for a lifetime. In my heart, I've always thanked my son's biological mom for deciding to carry him into full term because the decision has blessed me tremendously. How then should we look at adoption? First, let's look at adoption as giving a child a family. Just as our son is God's gift to us, we too are God's gift to him. We have provided him with a loving home and a family, creating our own traditions and lifelong memories he can live by, accepting him for who he is and who he wants to become. Second, adoption is a divine gift. Adoption clarifies something that is true for all Christian parents. To have a child is always to participate in a divine gift. Not everyone is blessed to become pregnant. Hence, Bearing children is truly a divine gift. The process of adopting is an act of human love, of self-grit, between strangers who are bonded together in their mystery of divine love for the very same child. And in this mutual self-gift, a child does not become simply into physical existence, but instead dwells in a family of love that stretches biological bounds. Adoption is an act of radical love. Adoption is a sign for all Christians that a parent's fundamental identity is as one who has received love. The love of God generously poured out upon us. The love of God manifested in Christ, who reveals to us that our humanity was made for total self-gift. A parent, whether biological or adoptive, bestows love upon a child not because of the promise that one day he or she will return such love in equal measure, nor because the child will one day fulfill hopes and dreams that we as parents have, but because we have so much love that we need to share it with someone else. As Catholics, let's begin to think of adoption as a sacramental icon manifesting to the entire world the surprising and transforming gift of divine love. A love not connected simply to biology, to the paradigm of expectations and roles, but a radical love that interrupts those limitations we put on the possibility of love. As John Paul II called it, adoption is a great work of love. Adoption reminds us that all children are gifts, all loving parenthood sacrificial. Adoption is one of the best decisions we have ever made as a couple. Our family is complete, and our home is forever blessed. Let this be our radical act of love.